service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC and Jib Jab Greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast is always on top of your CNC local page. New Yorkers are less confident about the economy now than they were at the start of the spring. A survey by the Siena College Research Institute shows New York's consumer confidence decreased by 2.1 points in June, although it's still higher than the national level. Consumer confidence measures our willingness to spend on things like furniture, appliances, vehicles, and so forth. After 9 months of increasing confidence, Dr. Doug Lundstrom of Siena College says the national mood turned darker and dropped by 6 points last month. New York's consumer sentiment fell by 2 points, showing they're more optimistic about the future than the nation as a whole. Lundstrom said higher-income residents, upstaters, women, and older people are the ones who lost confidence. Republicans were the only group that rose significantly. The good news is that confidence today is still nearly 10 points higher than this time last year and every summer since the beginning of the recession in 2007. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says investigators have located a suspect they believe is the man who touched several girls' feet over the past 2 weeks. The Sheriff's Office says an employee of the Pittsford Barnes & Noble recognized a man in the store on Tuesday from the surveillance camera photos circulated last week to the news media. The employee called 911. Deputies who came to the store located the man, determined it was the same person seen in those photos. The man was being questioned. Charges had not been filed yet. The sheriff's office says the suspect touched children's feet in 3 different incidents at area libraries and a bookstore. The girls were between 5 and 10 years old. Fire hit the Livonia Elementary School Thursday. A generator being used for a roofing project malfunctioned, exploded, and set fire to roofing material and flammable containers. The roofing crew got off the top of the David P. Deloria building with the help of ladders. The Livonia Fire Department and several other companies responded. Eventually, 150 firefighters from 10 departments were needed to put out the burning roof. School Superintendent Scott Bishoping said in a letter to parents that the fire was directly above the 4th and 5th grade classrooms. Fortunately, children attending summer recreation programs at Livonia Elementary had left for a field trip before the fire started. Employees in the building evacuated safely. The Livingston County Health Department issued a warning to nearby residents that hazardous materials from the fire may have landed on their property. The health department says crews will collect that debris, but they advised people who can't wait to wear gloves and wash well afterwards if they touch any of it. A Rochester woman was saved from her burning home on Westfall Road early Friday thanks to a 911 call from a passerby. The Rochester Fire Department was called shortly after 2 a.m. for a report that the house in the 100 block of Westfall was on fire. They were able to rescue the woman in the house and transport her to the hospital, where she was treated and is expected to recover. The rear of the house was heavily damaged. Fire hit a home near the airport in Gates on Thursday night. The Red Cross is providing shelter for the family after the fire on Frederick Drive near Chilai Avenue. The cause is under investigation. This has become a familiar story in the city of Rochester this summer. A 19-year-old city man was taken to Strong Memorial Hospital overnight after being shot in the torso on Champlain Street. Police said the victim's injuries were non-life-threatening and the victim was refusing to provide police with details of what happened to him. Rochester police say a man stole an unattended car left running and crashed it on West Broad Street Thursday night. Police say the man was speeding when he hit a utility pole and rolled it over, brushed against a pedestrian in the process, and that person was shaken up but not hurt. The driver was arrested and sent to the hospital with minor injuries. In business news, Bryant and Stratton College broke ground Thursday at 864 Long Pond Road for its new Greece campus. The college is moving from a site in Canal Ponds Park in Greece, where it's been operating since 1998. The new site is nearly 9 acres and will accommodate expanded facilities and more students. And Mr. Dominic's restaurant is back in business in Charlotte. The Lake Avenue institution closed its doors in February after former owner Dominic Payne ran into tax problems and had to file for bankruptcy. Now Payne's son-in-law has taken over and given the restaurant a complete overhaul. They opened the doors again Thursday night, and the community hopes Mr. Dominic's will serve again as a popular attraction near the Port of Rochester. On this page, you can find links to these and other stories. At the bottom, links to post your own news updates, sports, and salutes directly to us. Next news as it happens, updates when necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.